Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, all glory, all honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostle and the elders of greatness, soon that rule well. Very salutation to the Akim and them who pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth, instantiated the truth, right? This is Brother Gan, and Brother, come out, basically edify the church of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Right? And today we want to go in basically to brotherly love, right? To bring out what it means, right? To love our brother. As the scriptures say, basically to be kind, affectionate one to another, right?
The book of Romans chapter 12 and starting at verse 9. It says, let love be without dissimulation, abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Alright? It says, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another.
In honor preferring one another. So when you basically, in everything you do, you shouldn't have no hate, no malice, no grudge, right? No nothing against a brother that's sincere, If you see a brother going off, hey, it's a rightful thing, to correct that brother. Because if you love your brother, you're supposed to basically, hey, if you see a brother going off, basically to basically bring your brother back on track. Right? Not to basically sink him more. To push you down more now. You're supposed to pull you back.
That's right.
Right? Have a precept there?
Come
on.
Is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 18. It says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Hey, your neighbor is one of your nation. Right? Your neighbor, you go back to basically what the people teach of the world today as the person living next door to you, because basically we scattered among the heathens. Right, so your neighbor basically is the person of your nation. Right, so you're supposed to basically, hey, want to bring it back there? Right.
So like, yeah?
No, get back to the scripture.
I'll be there.
Ready.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 18, it says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You should not avenge nor bear any grudge, basically because, hey, right, you might have you and a brethren, you might basically see eye to eye, and a situation might play out, right, whereby all you fall out. You ain't supposed to be basically hold no grudge against a brother, or to basically go and basically have it in your mind, nah, this brother told me this, I had to go back and I had to get it, right? You're supposed to be having them thoughts in your mind,
It says, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
So when you're loving somebody as you love yourself, right? Because, hey, I know a lot of you out there, basically you take care of yourself, right? You want to see basically, you want to have the best things for yourself, right? Likewise, you're supposed to want the best things for your brother.
That's right.
Right? If once you could afford it, if you're going to buy a glass or a bottle of water, and you see a brother out there thirsty, and you don't have enough money to buy one for you and he, hey, you share the one that you have. That is love right there. Right? You don't be selfish, you don't be greedy.
That's right.
Right? Because basically, a lot of, when you watch the people in the world, especially our people, hey, a lot of them greedy. Right? Especially the Jakes and them that basically in high, in Esau, in Esau kingdom that basically having, right? They're on a high kind of like pedestal, right? They're up there. But what do they do? Hey, they look down on their people, right? They look down on the own brother and the own sister, right? Instead of, you look down to help your brother up. Nah, they look down to basically press the brother down more into the ground.
Yeah. There's the book of Sirach chapter 29 and verse 10. It says, lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost.
Lose your money for your brother and your friend. You know, a lot of you out there, you know, hey, you rather have your money in the bank, piling up, saving up, and your brother come to you, you know, you're really seen by out and down. If you could lend me something, you'll be like, nah, boy, I not have in. I hire a whole big saving in the bank, right? That is not showing love. That is you just being greedy, you know? That is not showing brotherly love, see? Right? Basically, if your brother down and out, and you having, right, and he come to ask you to borrow, if you have in excess, hey, you could basically give to that brother, right? You don't have to lend that brother, because when you lend, you brother have to pay back. And the situation that we in, that we basically the world that we living in right now, hey, if you having more than a brother and you could help a brother out, hey, you do the best that you could.
That's right.
That's what I mean.
There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 25. It says, a man that had friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
Alright. You know, there's always a friend that sticketh closer than your blood brother. And that friend that will stick up on you will be a man of understanding. You know, it will be a man that basically, hey, love you as you loving he.
There's the book of James chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, if he fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. Alright? It says, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Alright? So now, in this ministry, alright, is a brotherhood, as we will call it. There's a whole bunch of brothers, a whole bunch of friends. Alright, but if it is you just cling to just helping one person in the camp or one brother, alright, that is an off spirit. Alright, you're supposed to be willing to help any brother. Alright, you're not supposed to show any partiality, alright, or to show any, you know, watch face, as we will say in the Caribbean here. Alright, once a man a part of the truth, alright, he's sincere, he going out there and doing the work, alright, and he come to you and you need of help, you'll say nah because it's he and he don't really talk, which is supposed to be communicating with all their brethren. The scripture say what? Commune with one another. Alright? The scripture say what? Don't forsake the gathering of yourselves together, and that is the next thing. Alright? If it is in the truth and you rather go out there in the world and line with worldly guys than to line or hang around, you know, to be in the company of your brethren in the truth, then you have to check yourself. Scripture says well, examine yourself to see if you really be in the faith. Because your family is the ones that are in the truth, just like Yahweh said. Alright, he said, who's my mother, who's my father, who's my brethren? He said, these that do the will. Alright, these are the ones that he made his family. Alright, he took the 12 disciples, they came from all different walks of life, and he made them one. You know, he created that bond among them. He said, what a new commandment I give thee. If you could get it, John, but you have something.
How did John? I got John.
The passion. Alright, and realize it said in verse 8 in the James chapter 2 and verse 8, it says, if you fulfill the royal law. You know, so it's a royal thing. Alright, act like a king. You know, and help your brother out. Be kindly affectionate to your brother. Alright?
This is the book of John. I'm going to just read a verse up, right? 15 and I'm going to start at 10. It reads, if he keep my commandments, he shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandment and abide in his love. Right? These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be fulfilled. This is my commandment, that he love one another as I have loved you.
Yeah. Love one another as the Lord had loved us. And that love that the Lord gave us, alright, it's not easy to match up, alright, but at least the effort, alright, because what he did, he came and he laid down his life. Alright, he came and laid down his life for us. Alright, he said what? You are no longer servants, but I call you friends. Alright? So we had to give the scripture say what? Arm yourselves likewise. You had to put on that same mindset towards your brother.
That's right.
Alright? If you don't love your brother, who you could see, how you gonna love the Heavenly Father or the Lord that you can't see? Alright, you finish it?
No.
Go ahead.
This is verse 13. It reads, greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
A man lay down his life for his friends. That's how much you had to love your brethren. You're willing to die for them. Alright, like if you watch certain of these like Spartacus or 300, alright, these men were willing to they found pleasure, you know, or found it as honor to die side by side, you know, to die with each other then, you know. That's why Leonidas, I want to believe the captain, you know, he say, hey Spartans, you know, tonight we dine in hell. You know, he was ready to go through it with his brethren. Alright, he wasn't thinking about retreating or putting them in the front line. He was alright there. Alright, putting them in the front line and going back and watch them die out and then sell out. No, he was right there in the front line. Alright, and he made the first move. If you remember when he went up against, I believe it's Xerxes, he sent the spear at him. You understand? And they all died together and in honor. That's the thing, because it's going to be recorded. And that's what you have to remember. The way you operate right now, towards your brethren, towards the truth, is being recorded by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. As much as you have done unto these little ones, you have done it unto me.
That's right.
Alright? So just consider it. Go ahead.
This is the book, Ecclesiastes 6 and 17. It says, who feareth Yahweh shall direct his friendship aright.
You direct your friendship aright. Alright? So yeah, you realize, alright, because it's only nature, it's only natural, alright, that heads might bump. Alright? Brothers might get in contention against one another, you know, fallouts, misunderstandings. Alright, but who so fear the Lord will direct his friendship aright. Get back on the right track with your brother. Alright, make things right. Alright, don't have that grudge, that perpetual grudge and hatred or envy towards your brother. Alright, you'll discuss it. Alright, you'll come to terms and hey, move on. Alright, we gotta be mature enough to move on. Alright, that is the next thing. Alright, sometimes you let them thoughts or the event that played off linger in your mind too long till it becomes a plague to you. Alright, where you just focus on your brother and you see him in a bad light because why? You can't move on. You can't you ain't forgive him yet, fully in your heart. Alright, you gotta place whatever your brother did to you into the sea of forgetfulness. You know, as far as the east from the west, just like the Most High did for us.
Yep.
Alright, he removed our transgressions from us. And if you want mercy from the Most High, you gotta be merciful. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is the Lord's Prayer. So you can't want or expect forgiveness from the Most High if you can't forgive your brother. If you don't love your brother, the Most High ain't gonna love you. Scripture say what? Proverbs. I love them that love me, and they that seek me early shall find me. Alright? So wherever you sow, you're going to reap. If you hate the brothers, if you hate your brother, alright, guess what? You're in the wrong. Alright, you're not in the right, you're in the wrong. Alright, you're supposed to love your brother. That is the commandment that Yahweh came and laid. Alright, scripture say what? Love is the fulfillment of the law. Alright?
Yeah, when you love your brother, hey, basically you don't want to see no harm come to your brother. Right? I mean, we're in the flesh. Right? Certain things as the brother was going into, you know, a brother you might not see eye to eye on certain things, you know, or you might have a fallout. You know, but hey, that don't give you no reason, right, to hold grudge against your brother. You know, you're supposed to have the understanding because we were taught, you know, Yahushua came and, you know, he laid down the rules, right? So we have commandments and we have order to follow on how to going about, on how to basically go about doing everything, right? So, you know, if you off track or off step, come off the track, right, what you have to do? Go back to the scriptures and get yourself corrected. Right? So basically the same way you loving yourself, you have to love your brother.
That's right. Precept here.
Yeah.
It's James chapter 2 and verse I'll read at verse 15. It says, if a brother or a sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? Alright, what doeth it profit? Alright, if it just tell them go in peace, alright, without, considering, hey, I have sufficient here, where I could share with my brother, I could give to this brother, I had enough, or I could go another 2 days without, so that this brother that have been going months without, could feel a sense of, satisfaction, a sense of love. Alright, because that is what it's basically all about. It's about the love, alright, toward the brotherhood. What the scripture say? On our let me get it. It's 1 Peter 2.
Yeah, hey, being in the brotherhood is all about love and understanding.
But here, 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, honor all men, and that's the next thing. Alright, honor all men. We give double honors to the elders and apostles, but honor all men. Each and every brother that you see in the truth that make it, especially up to this very sad moment, that is a strong brother. Alright, that is a brother worthy of honor. Alright, because why? As we go through, as you would go through in your daily life, demons plaguing your mind, that brother going through the same thing. And so far, so good, he's still in the truth. Alright, so give that brother some prop, give him some honor. Alright, because why? He fighting off them demons and he continued to trot on. Alright, he didn't wither away, he didn't go back into the world, he didn't do like, some of these guys who went out there talking shit about the apostles. He's still in the faith. Alright,
still continuing his journey.
Alright, he trotting on. Get our brother some honor. Alright, scripture say honor all men. So what we practice, alright, we point out the good in your brother. Say brother, realize, you're always studying, he's a man always going into woods, Scripture say what, let other men praise thee. Alright, let other men, basically honor you. And not your own self. So it's good from time to time, to give your brother a compliment. Alright? I like the way it is teach, simply, or I like the way it is expound on things. I like the way, it is deal with certain situations with wisdom, or you're patient,
encouragement.
Exactly. So it says what? Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, Yahweh, and honor the King. Hey,
Shalom, Mark.
Shalom, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna know pop up on the same day. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? So yeah, it's all about loving the brotherhood.
That is it.
Because
we go back into it when Yahushai said we're going back into the John 15 where we now read, right? Yahushai came as the ultimate sacrifice. Yahushai came and gave his life for the elect.
That's right.
And that is love.
Wine. Huh? How Yahushai with the wine.
Yeah. Yeah, plus the way the scripture say that basically until he reaches his brethren, Yahushai is a wine baby. Can't remember the precept exactly. So basically when he reaches brethren, right? Until he reaches brethren again, which is the 144,000, which are the elect men, right? Until then, he go drink wine. He get toast with the brethren. Hey, and that is love.
That's right.
That is great love. To wait on your brethren, to have that patience. Hey, nah. It's like me and you. I have a plate of food, right? That's roughly basically saying, right? Shalom, Mark. I have a plate of food, right? So, or I basically cook. And I say, boy, here is the scene. I wait until my brethren them come, and then we go eat. I'm not going to go ahead and eat without them. If it take forever, then I waiting forever. And that is love.
And that the scripture actually say pertaining to certain feast days as well. When you gather into one place to eat, tarry for one another. Wait for one another. Alright, because we in this together. Alright. A precept here in the book of 1 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 20, and I'll start at verse 10, alright? Because we always go back to the account of David and Jonathan, you know, that relation that they had, alright? That love, that brotherly love that compassed the love of a woman. Alright? So some words here from them. It says in 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 10, it says, Then said David to Jonathan, Who shall tell me? Or what if thy father answer thee roughly? And Jonathan said unto David, Come, and let us go out into the field. And they went out both of them into the field. And Jonathan said unto David, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, power of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow any time, or the third day, and behold, if there be good toward David, and I then send not unto thee and shew it thee, the Lord do so, and much more to Jonathan. But if it please my father to do thee evil, then I will shew it thee, and send thee away, that thou mayest go in peace. And the Lord be with thee, as he had been with my father. And thou shalt not only while yet I live shew me kindness of the Lord, that I die not, but also thou shalt not cut off thy kindness from my house forever. No, not when the Lord hath cut off the enemies of David, every one from the face of the earth. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, Let the Lord even requite at the hand of David's enemies. Alright, and that is why also the apostles and letters they teach, alright, trickle along to the men at Great Millstone, that Jonathan also, when he come back in the reincarnation, is going to be a part of the house of David. Alright, because of that love and kindness he showed toward Malak Dawada, alright, King David, despite being Saul's son, for those who could receive it. Verse 17 says, And Jonathan caused David to swear again, because he loved him, for he loved him as he loved his own soul.
That is love.
Fulfill the law.
Fulfill the law.
Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. He loved him as his own soul. Alright, and even if it was given the option of what, denying or going against his father, he still did it. He said, if my father want to do evil, I will let you know. You know, and that is when you come into the truth. Sometimes you have to put aside your earthly family. You know, once they're going contrary to the brotherhood. Alright? Because scripture talks about that variance that the Most High going to bring. Alright? Because your true family, as I mentioned earlier, is the men in the truth.
Right? That's why I tell them, you know, who's my brother and who's my sisters. Them that do the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, them are my brethren. Them are my brothers and them are my sisters, you know. So once you basically not doing the will of the Most High, you're not considered to be worthy to be called a brethren.
That's right.
Right? Because basically, you're going to see a tutor out in the street, you know, and basically, sinning, and basically say, hey, that's my brother. No, he's not doing the will of the Heavenly Father, you know. In the kingdom to come, hey, that will be a seed. Because through the elect, basically, the nation of Israel will be rebuilt. So right now, you know, a lot of our people, they're not in the right mind. So they basically, that's why they're under these curses, they're under the curses pertaining to Deuteronomy 28. That's why they always have envy and strife among themselves. They don't get along, right? But the men who the Most High reveal His truth unto, you know, and basically give them the understanding, you know, of what love is. And because when you go back into the scriptures and you understand what love is, hey, to love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? When you loving somebody as you love in yourself, hey, you want the best for that person, right? You want to see that person be exalted in everything. So,
yeah. There's the book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of power in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood.
Yeah, all these things, basically the Most High gave you laws and commandments what to do, you know. and all they break out. Because checking with people today, right? They had nothing among themselves, right? Hey, we went off, you know, the Musa, you know, curse we, right? Because we are a cursed nation, right? But we went off, you know, instead of our people, you know, try to get themselves back on track. Now, they basically continue in this folly, right? They basically continue to hate their own brother, right? Because watch our people in the street today. Take an example, right? They'll be killing and shooting one another, and the true enemy out there is the so-called white man, right? And these other people from and the other nations, like, you know, and the other nations, they are the one who basically oppressing our people, right? But they're not going against them. They're going against their own blood, right? They're going against their own neighbor.
Willie Lynch. All right, you have something. You have something there.
Gone.
Easy brother Connor. You need camera here.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment.
Come on, closer and read it again, Bapusha.
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. You know, as the brother Gunn was now saying, you know, they hate their brothers. You know, they see us out in the streets preaching this word. You know, they watch us, they scoff at us. But guess what? They accept the wicked. They accept the ways of this world. They decide to live fleshly.
That's right.
You know, that's what the scripture said in Romans chapter 8. Don't you know? Till we carnally minded is enmity with the Most High.
Come on.
Because we are the children of the light. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh children.
That's right.
And you choose to deny the Lord. And you choose to go away from these words and not come back to the heritage. Because do all they want. This rhythm is the true rhythm. And we see in this place on the downfall, and yet still all they want to uphold the so-called white man kingdom.
God. Yeah, the walk on in wickedness. You know? Hey. Someday?
Yeah. The book of Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 11. It says, But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. You know, they prepare a table for that troop, you know, and a drink offering for that number. Which troop and which number is that? For the number of the heathens. Troop of the heathens. Alright? But for the brethren is a war, and a rivalry, and a hatred, a fight on. Alright? They forsook the Most High. Alright, because the Most High created Israel as a people to be together. Took us out of Egypt together. Taught to give us the laws together. Alright, but here we are today fighting each other like crab in a barrel.
Crab in a barrel, yes.
Alright, that is why what 2/3 gonna die. Alright, back then when in the time of Moses and these men, the ancient leaders, alright, what the Most High said, those that be first on this side, those that not first on the next side. And they were all slain. Because why? They traitor, they went against the brotherhood. You know? So all those that are against the brotherhood, against brotherly love, you know, and compassion and that togetherness, that unisons, they're gonna be destroyed. Alright? Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
One day. One.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of John, 3rd John, right? And I'm going to start at verse 2. Let's jump down to the point. Yes, verse 3 and verse 4, it says, For I rejoiced greatly when the brethren came and testified of the truth that is in thee, even as thou walkest in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. And you know that is how basically we're supposed to be walking in truth. Right? And basically not in no hatred. Right? That is why, you know, once you look at the men of the Lord, right, you can see that great example of brotherly love being take place right there. Right? Because, you know, although we have all these scoffers, because basically, hey, all they set up for a purpose. Right? That is all their job. That is all they're meant to be. Right?
Prophecy.
All they just fulfilling prophecy, all they ain't doing we no harm. Right? But at the end of the day, right, all they hating on us. Right? Because all they seeing, right, the love that we have for each other. You know? Our brethren would go out of your way, right, for our next brethren. You know? A brethren would leave his wife and kids, right, to go to see about his brother. Some there.
This is Isaiah chapter 36, and I'll start from verse 5. I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counselled and strengthened for war. Now on whom dost thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? You know, this is truly prophet Isaiah. The Lord was speaking to the children of Israel. Alright? The Lord saying, you know, He created that war. You know, He created that peace. I'm not all I want to rebel against me. You know? He said, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, which is Babylon, Egypt. All I trust in this broken reed, as the scripture say in Isaiah chapter 19. You know, of the kings of the. Let's read it real quick about Osha. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 13. The prince of Zoan are become fools, and the prince of Nophep are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. You know, the Lord saying the prince of Zoan. Zoan was the capital of Babylon, or Egypt. Alright? They become fools. And right now they are fools, and this is what we seen they are. We seen the plain sight, the plain being with the 2/3 cannot see.
We seen them for who they is.
Can't. That's what the scripture say, you know, we watching through a sighted glass. You know, that rusted disappear. Is Isaiah 36 verse 6. He said, Lord, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierces it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Because hey, this man coming with the chip on him. And I'm not trusting this. I'm not trusting this system, this broken reed. And this man coming to pierce all and hit all of that chip.
And
this is
Babylon.
King of Babylon.
This is what they're fighting all their own brothers for. Because why? Galatians 4:16, am I therefore come your enemy because I tell you the truth?